The NFL is in mourning. Wide receiver Rondale Moore, a dynamic talent who captivated fans with his explosive play, has died at the age of 25. His passing, confirmed by his former college coach Jeff Brom, sent shockwaves through the league and beyond on Saturday. Moore, who most recently signed with the Minnesota Vikings, was found deceased in his hometown of New Albany, Indiana. The news arrived with a profound sense of loss, not just for a gifted athlete, but for a young man whose journey was marked by both incredible promise and relentless adversity. His death leaves a void, prompting an immediate outpouring of grief from former teammates, coaches, and organizations he touched throughout his career. This isn't merely the loss of a player. It's the heartbreaking end to a life that, by all accounts, had so much more to give. The questions surrounding his sudden departure are as heavy as the sorrow, forcing a somber reflection on the immense pressures and personal battles that can exist beneath the surface of professional sports. The football world now grapples with the reality of a star extinguished far too soon, a stark reminder of the fragility of life, even for those who seem invincible on the field. His story, though tragically cut short, demands our attention, not just for what he achieved, but for the deeper implications it carries for every athlete striving for greatness. Rondale Moore's football journey began with a blaze of glory, a testament to his innate talent and fierce determination. Born 5 weeks premature, his cousin Gino Rowan once remarked, "They say premature babies are the strongest, because they come out having to fight." This fighting spirit defined his early career. At Purdue, Moore became an instant sensation, earning consensus All-American honors as a freshman in 2018. He racked up an astonishing 1,258 receiving yards and 12 touchdowns, winning the Paul Hornung Award as college football's most versatile player. His electrifying speed and agility made him a nightmare for opposing defenses, and he quickly became one of the most exciting prospects in the nation. Drafted by the Arizona Cardinals in the second round of the 2021 NFL Draft, Moore's professional career started with similar flashes of brilliance. In his second career start, he hauled in a 77-yard touchdown pass from Kyler Murray, showcasing the explosive playmaking ability that made him a collegiate star. Yet, the narrative of his NFL tenure soon shifted, becoming a challenging battle against the relentless tide of injuries. This contrast between his early, unbridled success and the subsequent physical setbacks began to define his professional path, setting a stage for the profound difficulties he would later face. The promise of Moore's early NFL days was increasingly overshadowed by a relentless string of injuries, a cruel twist of fate for an athlete whose game relied so heavily on his physical prowess. After 3 seasons with the Arizona Cardinals, where he recorded 135 catches for 1,201 yards and 3 touchdowns, he was traded to the Atlanta Falcons in March 2024. However, his time with the Falcons was tragically cut short before it even began, as he dislocated his right knee during training camp, sidelining him for the entire 2024 season. Undeterred, Moore signed a 1-year deal with the Minnesota Vikings in March 2025, hoping for a fresh start and a return to the field he loved. But fate intervened once more. During a preseason game, he suffered another severe knee injury while returning a punt, missing the entire 2025 season as well. Reports indicate his distress was palpable, with one account noting he slammed his hand down on a cart so hard the sound echoed through the stadium, a raw display of the emotional toll these setbacks were taking. These consecutive, season-ending injuries were not just physical blows. They represented a profound challenge to his identity as an athlete, a relentless test of his resilience, and a significant deviation from the trajectory many had envisioned for his career. The devastating news of Rondale Moore's death emerged on Saturday, February 21, 2026. Authorities in New Albany, Indiana, confirmed that Moore was found deceased in a garage. Police Chief Todd Bailey stated that the cause of death was a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound, though the investigation remains ongoing. An autopsy was scheduled for Sunday to provide further clarity. The immediate aftermath saw an outpouring of grief and shock from across the NFL. His former college coach, Jeff Brom, released a heartfelt statement, remembering Moore as a complete joy to coach and an ultimate competitor. Former Arizona Cardinals teammate J.J. Watt expressed his disbelief, stating, "Can't even begin to fathom or process this. There's just no way. Way too soon. Way too special. So much left to give." The Minnesota Vikings, his most recent team, issued a statement expressing deep sadness and offering support to his family, teammates, and staff, acknowledging the profound impact of his loss. This collective sorrow underscores the deep personal connections forged within the demanding world of professional football, highlighting the human cost of such a sudden and tragic end. Rondale Moore's tragic passing has ignited crucial conversations about the immense pressures faced by professional athletes and the vital importance of mental health support within sports. His story, from a premature birth to a college football sensation, then to an NFL career plagued by injuries, paints a complex picture of resilience and struggle. While his on-field statistics with the Cardinals, 135 receptions, 1,201 yards, and 3 touchdowns, speak to his talent, the narrative of his later years was dominated by the physical and emotional toll of repeated setbacks. The suspected cause of his death, still under investigation, casts a somber light on the unseen battles many athletes may be fighting. His former coaches and teammates consistently remembered him not just for his athletic gifts, but for his humility, work ethic, and infectious smile. The NFL, along with teams like the Vikings, has emphasized the availability of counseling and emotional support resources, a critical step in addressing the broader implications of such a loss. Moore's legacy will undoubtedly extend beyond the gridiron, serving as a poignant reminder that behind every jersey is a human being navigating extraordinary challenges. As the football world continues to mourn, his story compels us to foster environments where vulnerability is met with understanding, and support is readily accessible, ensuring that no athlete feels alone in their struggles. If you or someone you know is struggling, resources are available.